Hi, if you're new here, my name is Coach Rose Peterson. I'm a certified personal trainer, both in person and online, and a certified nutrition coach. I help moms locally in Las Vegas, Nevada, and all over the world shed the weight holding them back from becoming their most energetic and authentic version of themselves so they can go after their deepest desires alongside of motherhood. You can find me at fitandconfidentmoms.com. Hey everybody, Coach Rose here. We are going to talk about traveling and healthy eating while you're traveling. So, do you ever gain weight while you're on vacation, or does your weight stay the same? Now, for many women that I've talked to, a lot of them don't even want to look at the scale when they get back from vacation because usually it could be up anywhere between 5 and 10 pounds. Now, my tips today is to share with you my top tips on how to get around that so that we can at least be weight stable. Um, and what are my top tips and tricks for my clients who are in a weight loss phase and they want to stay consistent. So if that's you, make sure you stick around, grab a pen and paper because I'm going to share those tips. And really quick, for some reason, my other camera is malfunctioning. So just bear with me while I try to get my other camera set up. Um, One of the things I want to let you guys know is I have a free snack guide. So this can help you tremendously if you're traveling this summer. So if you would love to have my 5 easy hacks to transform your snacking, drop the word hashtag snack in the comments and I will send that over to you. Okay, we're going to hide this ticker. And I'm going to set up my other camera. And if you're watching live, type live. If you're watching replay, type replay. This helps me so much know when you're watching, but also gets this training out to more eyes on people who need to see it. And I'm curious, where are you watching from? Are you watching on Facebook? Are you watching on YouTube? Because I'm streaming live in both places. Okay, let me see if I can actually get this camera set up correctly over here, my second camera over on Instagram, because it was not going live. So drop hashtag snack if you would like my healthy eating or healthy snack guide. Because I actually created it on the request of people that wanted to know. They're like, what are your go-to snacks? And what do you do when you're feeling snacky? So if you like that training, comment hashtag snack. Okay. All right. We're got the other camera set up. Okay. So first of all, before I even share my tips around not gaining weight over vacation, I just want to say that if you're going to a place that you've never been before, like I have a client right now traveling to Ireland, or you're going just somewhere you've never been before, I absolutely want you to try the local cuisine. You're going to be at places that you've never eaten before. And at this point, really sticking to diet rules is going to rob you of your experience of that travel. Okay. So I 100% think that you should try the local cuisine. Don't hit a chain up and eat somewhere you can eat at any place. When we're on vacation, that's part of the magic, right? Is trying these new foods. So for me, when my clients ask me what I do, yes, there's going to be tips around like making sure we don't carry too much unwanted weight when we come back. But I absolutely don't want you to be worrying about being good or being bad while on vacation because you're on vacation and I want you to experience what the local cuisine is like. Okay. Now, if you are working on a weight loss goal, that's totally, it's a little bit different. We might have, I'm going to share with you strategies around making sure we're not coming back with too much unwanted weight after your vacation. But here's the thing, many people who maybe see the scale weight go up a few pounds after a vacation, you're unlikely gained that much fat in that short amount of time. For example, maybe it's a 3-day getaway and you come back and you get on that scale on Monday morning and it's 5 pounds up. It is highly unlikely that you gained 5 pounds of fat over that vacation time. And what could be happening are a few things. One, it could be you had a little bit of extra carbohydrates more so than you normally would. And if you eat more carbs, your body's going to hold on to more water. So likely that is water. If you've been traveling and you're extra tired, your body could be a little bit more inflamed. So you could be holding on to extra water. All of my clients who have experienced, and myself too, a little bit of a weight bump after a vacation, as soon as they get back to their normal eating, within a week, their weight normalizes. So I just want to encourage you to say that you didn't blow your diet, you didn't screw things up. You probably just enjoyed the local cuisine and you're holding on a little bit more water. Okay. So I'm going to share tips with you on how to like maybe if you are working on weight loss or you want to minimize how much that scale weight goes up after vacation, these are my tips. Okay. I'm not the type of coach that's going to tell you to stick to your diet while you're on a fabulous vacation. But I'll share with you my tips and tricks to make some healthy choices or make some better choices or to minimize that weight gain. But absolutely, if you're traveling somewhere, try the local cuisine. And don't feel like a bad person because you were off track from your diet. Okay. So, my number one tip to not gaining a bunch of unwanted weight, especially if this is like maybe a road trip and you're going somewhere with the kids or you're going on a business trip, is to bring your own food. That's my number one tip. So you could bring your own food to stay at the hotel. Maybe you know that during the day, your breakfast and lunch, you want to stay on track, but your dinner, you're going to go out with your colleagues, or at dinner, you're going to go and have this special restaurant at the theme park, right? So not only are you going to save money, but you're also going to know exactly what you're putting in your body. Okay. So I have a friend. Actually, I know a few people who do this, that even when they fly, they bring their meal prep with them on the plane. So they either would make it themselves or they go to a meal prep company because they're short on time. You can bring your food to your destination. You can have a small cooler with a couple of meal preps, but packing your own food like in the car too is key to not overeating on calories by accident, by maybe stopping at the gas station and getting like snacks that look good, right? That are easy to eat. Why don't you have easy to eat healthy snacks that you brought from home? Okay. So that's my tip number one, is to bring your own meals. And I also have, I used to hang out in these Disney moms groups, and a lot of them would order food to be delivered to the hotel. So that's actually, in our day and age, is very easy to do, right? Many grocery stores will deliver groceries to your hotel, and many we have things like see, I don't even use them that much, so I can't think of their names right now, but like you can DoorDash local meal prep or healthier options to your hotel room, so that when you get in, you check in, you have something ready to go, because maybe when you get to your hotel, you're not quite sure what are some healthy options around. But usually when I'm traveling, my first stop is always a grocery store. So make sure that you bring your own food or hit the grocery store first. Okay. Tip number two is make new travel traditions. So sometimes part of the fun for families, especially when they're on their road trip, is having the road trip snacks or the car snacks. And we have that too. And I think that it might be fun to keep that tradition if you love to have like car snacks, but you can also make new travel traditions that are not necessarily about food. Okay. Maybe you might want to play games, talk to your family or your kids in there and have like trivia. Maybe you do have a food tradition, but make new ones. So, for example, like maybe you just love getting a pack of Twizzlers in the car, but you could do the Twizzlers and you could have a new thing, like you could have fruit on the side. Okay. So Instacart, thank you, Kim. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I didn't think of that. So Instacart is amazing. They have so many grocery stores that can deliver to you all over the US. So that's awesome. But I invite you to ask yourself, how do you want to feel at the end of this road trip? And I have been here, so I'm speaking from experience where maybe we just wanted to get to the destination and we stopped at a gas station and we picked up like all those fun foods, right? But after 5 hours sitting in the car eating like chips and candy, you just kind of feel gross. Like you haven't moved very much. You've been stuck in the car. You've eaten like chips and candy, and you get out and you're like, oh, I feel kind of junky. Or maybe you stopped at McDonald's or Burger King or something that was on the road and you feel super junky. So when you create these new travel traditions, ask yourself, like, how do I want to feel when I arrive to that destination? Like, do I want to feel junky or can we do something else? And being more well fed is going to help you so much. So packing maybe a sandwich or fruit, veggies. When I travel with my family, we actually have two food bags. We have a cold one, and then we have one that doesn't have to be refrigerated. And I have a mix of things. So I'll do the cold bag that has our healthier snacks, cut up fruit. And sometimes I'm not the one that's cutting it up. We'll stop at the grocery store, get the little containers that are already pre cut. And then we'll have our fun foods also. So think about what are some new travel traditions you can have, new car snacks, but also maybe something else. Maybe it's a trivia or card game or having other types of fun travel traditions that don't necessarily have to do with our junk food tradition. Okay. So that's tip number two. Tip number three is to bring your own refillable water bottle. Like I know if you're traveling by plane, can't have them full, so make sure they're empty. But a lot of my clients recently, and myself included, have been traveling a lot for business conferences. And one thing that resonates or rings true is I've been sitting in these speakers all day long, and I noticed that I'm not drinking as much water. And that's usually because, like, maybe the venue is providing some water, or maybe like you don't want to get up while there's a speaker speaking, and you don't like if you didn't bring your own water bottle, like buy it, you're going hours before you get your water. So bring your refillable water bottle with you so that you can always have that with you, always have that on hand, refill it. Stay hydrated, because sometimes our hunger that we're feeling while we're travel is really just dehydration. Like when we're traveling, sometimes we don't want to drink a lot of water because we don't want to go to the bathroom often. But if we're trying to lose weight or we're wanting to minimize weight gain, recognizing that we got to keep ourselves hydrated so that we don't have those hunger cues for when we are traveling. I did not bring a water bottle to my last trip in Arizona, and I paid for that. So I knew that I drank less than I normally would, but I didn't think it was significantly less. But I just thought, like, normally I would I actually have a bottle next to me. Like normally I would have something like this. I'd refill it at least 3 times, maybe 4 times in a day, depending how active I was. Did not bring this. And I relied on the water that the venue was providing, so I probably got half the amount of water that I normally drink. And I ended up having gout when I got home, which is crazy. I'm not saying not enough water is going to lead to you having gout, but so basically a gout can be genetic, and my grandmother suffered from it. So I think that I may have had a gout episode later on in my life, but I truly do believe that because I didn't hydrate enough, that I didn't support my body in being able to flush out things that needed to be processed. And I was at a higher risk with traveling, flying, of being more susceptible to something that like when we're talking about gout, we really rely on great hydration to pass that uric acid through your body. And I was in shock that I ended up having gout when I got back from my trip. Totally surprised. I felt like I was too young for for gout, but this is just my little life lesson of there's more reasons why you should stay hydrated, not just for hunger, but it's just so good for you and support your body. And having a refillable water bottle with you is going to help so much. Okay, so my next tip for minimizing weight gain while traveling is to stay active. Now, if you're going to a conference like I did recently where we're sitting all day long, you'll have to be mindful and plan that activity in. Like if there's a conference break, there were many, can you walk or even pace the hotel or the conference area for 10, 15 minutes? But many people who are traveling for to go to a new city to enjoy a place, oh my god, walking is the best way to enjoy a new place, right? So walking at the beach, exploring your city, so the more active you are, the less you have to worry about, oh, that indulgent lunch that I had is going to like stick to me, right? I'm going to pay for that later, is what I hear people say. But actually, if you're super active during your vacation, I know many clients who purposely make sure they have a high amount of activity while they're vacationing so that if their step count is between 10 and 20,000 a day, what they eat is not going to really stick to them. They're going to use it up. So I encourage you, stay active, walk to destinations if you can. Like if there's places, when I was traveling a couple of weeks ago, there's a lot of places walkable, and I had a rental car, and there were a couple times that my group chose like to, hey, it's under a mile, let's walk. We walked to lunch. So those are some ways that you can sneak in some extra walking in. So keep those vacations active. And if you're like some other people I know, me sometimes, but not always, I will admit, but there are some people who love to work out while they're on vacation. I think that's fantastic. It's a great habit to maintain. Like if you already have a good foundation of I train every morning no matter what, it's fun to get a hotel that has a cool workout center. When I book my hotel, I always look to see what kind of gym they have. And it's exciting for me when they have a decent gym. So if you can maintain your workouts, it's keeps your vacation kind of special. So um, plan a workout, have a friend come with you, a family member, make that part of the experience that you guys worked out together. So make sure you bring your walking shoes. Okay, bring your walking shoes and an outfit to work out in, because you never know. Like I think it's cool to try out other gyms at hotels. Okay, so did I skip something? Okay, no, I got through four of them. All right, my last tip. So tip number 5 is to plan ahead for those fun meals ahead of time. One of my favorite places when I land somewhere, or even before I get there, or favorite things to do, is find out places to eat near me that is popular among the locals, right? So I'll check out like Google Maps and type out restaurants near me and look at the reviews. I'll ask the front desk what they recommend. They're the best people to ask because they know what's good locally, and kind of plan ahead. Like I think that's part of the fun of it, is checking out new food, checking out new restaurants. And let's say that the night before you're planning out your food the next day and you see there's this decadent restaurant you want to go to for dinner, then I might make sure that my breakfast and lunch are on the healthier side, right? I might do a carb free lunch. Like I might order a salad and chicken or fish so that I can save some carbs or fats for that decadent dinner out. Hi, Mike. Thanks for joining. So plan ahead, look at those menus, and figure out where you want to indulge. Do you want to indulge by going to a place that has great dessert? Do you want to indulge by, trying out a local Mexican spot? Maybe some of these places might have extra fats, or they are for sure. They're going to have more fats and more carbs than usual. And you can plan ahead for that by having your other meals be a little bit lighter to give yourself some fun room for dinner. Okay. And again, don't go to a chain restaurant while you're on vacation that you could just go anywhere. Check out the local cuisine and make those calories count for you by enjoying your travel. Okay, so and then my last kind of tip that jumps on that plan ahead for the fun meals is not every meal when you're on vacation has to be this extra all out extravaganza. And sometimes we come from a mindset, a dieting mindset, which I try to help my clients kind of get out of that, where food is good, or food is good and bad, or I'm a bad person for eating this way. That is absolutely not the case. But when we do have that mindset of I'm bad for eating this way, then when we do indulge, we end up like just going all out for all meals because this is the last time I'm going to eat like this, or this is vacation food. And when you look at it like that, when you look at it as like, oh, I'm only going to eat this way while I'm on vacation, you're more likely to binge eat, overeat, or have this feeling of like not enoughness, like, oh my God, like this is the last time I'm going to eat this way. I better just stuff it all in. When really I go into it with the mindset of like, you're allowed to eat this way even when you come home. Okay. So, like, there is no such thing as like, this is the last time you're going to eat this way. We should healing our relationship with food and our point of view with food to know that you can have foods like this even when you get back from vacation. All right. You can have foods like this when you feel like it. When you are able to look at it as like, I can have this food at any time, anywhere if I wanted to. It takes away this like forbiddenness of it, and it's going to heal your relationship with food. So don't look at it as like this is the last time you're going to eat this way. Really enjoy where you're at, enjoy the process. If you sit there and be really mindful about your choices, you are going like mindful meaning like we're going to treat this meal like a wine tasting. And I looked forward to this. I researched this. I'm going to love every minute of it and eat slow and taste everything. That is going to help you so much heal your relationship with food, but also take away that feeling of like, this is the last time I'm going to eat like this and I'm just going to stuff it all down. So hopefully these tips helped you. If you watched till the end, I would love to know which of the 5 tips you would like to try or resonated with you. And if you're watching the replay, I would still love to see that. So thank you so much for watching. Before I let you go, if you didn't catch the beginning, I do have a free healthy snack checklist. If you need ideas for snacks, just drop hashtag snacks in the comments and I'll send that over to you. And if you would like to learn more about how to lose weight after age 35, I have a free workshop coming up that I share with you 2 science-based nutrition and fitness strategies specific for women over 35 who are working on a fat loss goal. If you'd like an invite to that, drop hashtag workshop and we'll get you to sign up. There's nothing to buy. It is great information. It's information I wish I had when I was starting out. And my goal for you is to feel empowered by this. So if you would like to, we create your nutrition plan right on the call. So there is like, you know, if you want to work with me further, great. You don't have to because we create your nutrition plan right on the call. And I tell you what type of exercise you should be doing and which type is working against us. Okay. So hashtag workshop if you would like an invite to that. All right, Kim, I will send you that healthy snacks. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Linda. And to whoever else watched over on Facebook and YouTube. Have a great Tuesday. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.